So we're starting off in my art studio because half of the garden is in here at the minute. I had to bring a lot of seeds in because of the mouse attack. You can see the seeds over there. So this is my art studio. It is a little bit crazy at the moment. And you will see all the way around the garden. Gosh, it's so sunny out here today. I have had to raise pots wherever I can because of these two hounds that like to dig in soil. So this is all raised up. I've got a raised up herb garden there and some lavender and roses around the kitchen window. I've got a climbing rose up there and a bush rose there, both about to burst into life, both from David Austin, which isn't that far away, the gardens, and both planted up in tyres that I picked up at the local tip. That's the gate going to my front drive, which I'm about to paint. And this wall was done last year with pallets turned into shelves. So that was last year's project, and putting electricity in. There's an electricity box at the back of there, and also starting this fence around here and the wall cladding, which was needed because of the dogs jumping into this sunny bed and digging up all my flowers. So you can see both sides of the steps I had to build fencing to keep them out. This side, Rupert, my big dog, would jump from here up over here, and then he broke a hole through the hedge there and kept escaping. That's the mirrors there. So those two fences have sorted that out. This is the shady bed under the tree, and the ferns and the hostas are about to burst into flowers. Not burst into flowers, burst into life. And this corner, by the French windows, a few days ago it had a mini greenhouse there that wasn't working at all. So I am turning this into an area to be planted. These were just left from a food delivery and the guy wouldn't take them away. And that was given to me by a man at the tip about to throw it into a skip. I originally got it for a paddling pool for the dogs, but then realised it had too many holes in it to hold the water. So I'm going to see if I can grow some flowers, salad leaves, peas and beans possibly, sweet peas going up the fence. Now this is going to be, this here, I've put that there to stop the dogs from jumping over the fence onto the lawn that way, because I built a stone dahlia bed. Dahlia, why can't I say that word? I built this last week and they had started jumping onto it to get into the lawn at night. I didn't want that happening, so we've had a little rethink. I've had a little rethink, and this is going to be a trellis over the gateway project, but not yet, because at the minute this second part of the garden, which I call the lawn area, although there's no lawn left with the dogs, is where most of my work is taking place. So I have been splitting pallets to make raised beds, because there's no point having a lawn with the dogs, as you can see, and I can't dig and plant it because of all the trees that surround it and the big conifer that separates into the next bit of the garden. There are too many roots, so So raised beds is the way to go. It also gets a lot of sun. So I'm going to do a vegetable garden here. This is for carrots. And the greenhouse, I've just cleared all the way around the back of there because this was all brambles. Gosh, I wish I'd filmed this last week. It was horrendous. But that's all clear now because I had mice digging their way in. So the bricks and the gravel is to try and stop the mice. These planters were given to me by an ex-boyfriend and I fixed those in the last few weeks. All of these are going to be part of a fence to go here because I'm going to put a spa in there. More raised beds there, hopefully. Composting area there. So this is taking quite a bit of work this summer. For raised beds, vegetables, spa, raised beds. And coming through here, we've got all reclaimed items that are making the start of a fence here, which is called my fairy tale fence. At the minute I've just propped it all up just to get an idea of what I want to do with it. But this is actually going to be an art piece, which I know can't really be seen at the minute. But I know what I'm doing with it, and I will bring more updates on the fairy tale fence as I build it. And I've started clearing behind it because this is going to be for vegetables too. I've already got a strawberry barrel in here. I want to build another raised bed in there. So there'll be another raised bed there, fruit here, and more vegetable growing there. So there's quite a lot of work going on from the lawn to here. Pallets and bits of wire that I picked up. This is all the state of the weeds. That's the seed greenhouse that I've just dumped there for now. Sheds. And I've got children hiding on the trampoline. They're trying to be quiet. Hi YouTube, and so this, if you look in my videos, you'll see a video from six years ago that showed this bit being made, and this is the trampoline garden. And I got all these tyres free from the tip because I had a difference in ground level between next door and here. So the tyres made like a bank that I could plant up. And this is all just coming into life. Now we've got the hostas about to open up. And these are beautiful. These just spread around the garden really easily. Forget-me-nots are open at the moment. These plants were given to me by a friend at my son's school last year, and I'm digging those out and spreading them around. It's feverfew, which I love. A new rhododendron, first time that's flowered. And there's new plants here and a climber that you don't have to stake up, which I'm interested to see what happens with that. This is the first time this has ever appeared. I think I planted that about 4 years ago and I'd totally given up on it. Those were 2 new plants last year in the sale, all like 50p each. If we come around the back, we've got some of the kids' old toys. And found chairs to try and stop the dogs from breaking through the hedge again. And here is the wall of tyres to stop the purple slate that's under the trampoline from being run down the garden by them. Here's the fever and these I don't know what those are called. They have orange flowers on that I was given last year. There's a tiny little cutting that I've spread around. There's some more there. So that's it. That's it. I've got just pallets that I found. All the playhouse parts were all abandoned at the allotments and nobody wanted them. The bed frame was at the tip. That's going to be turned into a gate. All of the pallets were collected from a garden of a house that was like condemned because they'd had like hoarders in it. More pallets. At the minute it's all just shoved against the hedge trying to stop the dogs from breaking through, because although there's netting in the hedge, my dogs can get through anything. So 2 big projects at the minute. This for vegetables and this middle garden for raised beds and the spa. I'll just show you a few more free finds. The stepping stones were free. These crates and that planter, which I'm going to do the carrots in, those were found. The umbrella frame and the table and the chairs, they were in the garden where I collected all the pallets from, and the landlord was there just saying just take what you want. The dahlia bed, the bricks for that were collected last year. Somebody had broken up their patio and didn't want those. And again, the back of the pallets. This gutter, I've had this 10 years. I'm going to plant that up. And the kids used to play in that when they were little. They would like float boats down it and put their cars down it. So that's all the projects on the go at the minute. There's loads and loads and loads of work to be done. I know it looks crazy, but it's nice to have a record for myself to look back on, to think, oh wow, the garden looked like that at the start of the summer, and to see how far I've come, because I did loads of work last year, transformed it last year, and I want to just move it on a bit more this year. So yeah, that's my first garden tour, guys. Leave a comment down below if you would like to see more, and hopefully as the year progresses it won't look quite so insanely crazy and it will look more like a garden. Okay, bye guys.